Hey, glad you tuned in. Deviator here. We're hellbound and hammered down, running the interstates and highways across this country, focusing on ways to prevent shifting loads and out-of-service violations. Today we're also talking about trying to get something done, something simple, like getting front steer tires installed and balanced. I got some information you're going to want to know. It's not widely talked about, so stick around for that. Also, we're stepping out on deck. Do I, don't I? If you drop and hook a lot of loads, you're going to want to hear this. We're taking on the many elements of this industry with a new segment that I've got coming your way. So hang tight, buckle up. You're riding with In trying to pick up my next load, it's taken me 2 weeks and 4 separate locations just to figure out why I'm having so much trouble getting 2 steer tires put on the front of my truck. It's very interesting to find out nonetheless. Of 2 of the 4 locations I stopped at, there was underqualified help there. These TAs and Petros need to step up their game in trying to make sure that they got qualified help on duty, at least during normal business hours. It would certainly make our experiences in and out a whole lot easier. But one thing you need to know about that's affecting the ability to put steer tires on the front of your truck, coming up in a minute. It was abundantly obvious as I went throughout the week that being convenient and still getting a preventative maintenance, which is an oil change, and my 2 steer tires done within 1 day was not going to happen. I tried 4 different locations and I tried spreading it out over 2 weeks, each time going in while under load. So it was abundantly obvious that I had to stop, clear my load board, clear my plans, and devote 1 entire day to getting 2 simple things accomplished that should normally only take 2 or 3 hours. But on to the obvious. I didn't wind up getting my steer tires and my oil change done until I got to Cartersville, Georgia. Now, I started in Brazil, Indiana. So figuring that it took me several locations bouncing between Indiana and Georgia, it's a little ridiculous, guys. Come on, step up your game. But here's the nugget you need to know. If you're looking to balance the front steer tires on your truck, you're going to have some issues coming your way soon. And here's why. When you get steer tires put on the front of your truck, you don't just put them on and run. There are certain practices that are necessary to extend the life of your tires. It's called balancing. The mechanics can go through what's called strategic placement. There is a dot, usually on the bead area of the inside of your tires, that you can put at a certain spot on the rim when you're replacing a tire, which will minimize any vibration that happens with a tire. That is only just something that they do to make balancing the tire on the rim easier. Now, recently I've found out that there is a shortage on the weights. Now, weights with truck tires are a lot different than car tires. With car tires, you've got a weight, usually 1 or 1.5 ounce, or maybe 3/4 ounce, and they're placed around the outside of your rims. Now, with trucks, they're called weight strips, and they're single little pegs which are melded together, which go on the inside of the rim, and they're placed in strategic spots to minimize the vibration. Now, those weights, for whatever reason, recently have come into a serious shortage. I don't know why, but the supply chain has been interrupted, to say the least. So they offer alternatives. Here they are, 2 of them. One is something called Centromatics, and those for some reason are very expensive. They were offered to me at around the price of about $350 per tire. I flat out declined that because I don't see the sense in spending as much on weights as you do on the tire. It's just ridiculous. But then there's option 2. It's more affordable if you decide to go with it. They have what's called bead bag. I researched it and they're relatively small. It was before installing the tire on the rim. They put these bags with these little beads in as you approach higher speeds. The friction and the movement on the inside spreads those beads around your tire. That is not a perfect science either, but the one drawback that I know exists is that once those things are released and they're on the inside of your tire, they're there. If you ever get your tires rotated, you've got that fighting you you may just as well consider that tire a goner. Bead bags are cheaper and they are easy, but they're messy and they can cause problems down the road. So until they get these weights back in stock and all these places get stocked up, that's what you're looking forward to if you need to get steer tires placed on the front of your truck. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your experiences have been trying to replace tires, whether it's on the drive axles, steer axles, what have you. Is what I'm saying make sense? Well, let me know in the comments. On to our next topic. Next thing on the list is drop and hook loads. Now, as a driver for Landstar, I do a lot of drop and hook loads. I don't own a trailer, so drop and hook is a majority of my revenue. Something a lot of people don't tell you, both when you go through orientation in these mega carriers and when you go through CDL school. So if you're a new driver, you want to pay attention to this because it's probably something you haven't thought of, but you do want to bear in mind. When you're picking up loads for mega carriers under a drop and hook scenario, there's two ways to do it. You have picking up a drop and hook with an unsealed trailer, or you have a sealed trailer. Either way, you've got a certain responsibility when it comes to that cargo. Now, if the trailer is sealed, there's not a whole lot you can do about any condition of any of the product or pallets inside the trailer, so this doesn't apply. If you have an unsealed trailer, don't go thinking that just because it's already preloaded and you can throw a lock on it, that you can go on down the road and nothing will happen to you. What you need to do is, if it's unsealed, open that door up and take a gander at what's inside. Hence the reason I always do the segment called In the Box, because you want to look at the inside of that trailer and make sure, no matter how light, no matter how heavy, you want to make sure that that cargo is not going to go anywhere. Two major reasons why. Number one, you don't want to go arriving at a customer location, open the door and find everything's on the floor and ready to fall out on top of you. That would be a very unsafe thing. Reason number two, if you get pulled into a weigh station and you have an unsealed trailer, the DOT officer has an automatic right to open that door and look in. And if you have no straps, he's going to cite you for a securement violation. A lot of drivers think securement violations are just in existence for flatbedders. If you have wrap pallets, it doesn't matter. If you have 1 box, 2 boxes, 10 boxes, 100 boxes, you have to strap and secure those loads down and make sure that they will not go all over, shift, cause a problem with your driving, with the trailer while it's moving, or with the people behind you while you're in motion. If he goes and opens that door and you have no straps on that load, and I don't know what securement violations cost, but I don't want to know. Mind you, when you're in a DOT weigh station or roadside inspection anywhere, they usually always ask you one question. Are you empty or loaded? And what that question is designed to do is size you up for whether or not they need to go further on looking inside that trailer for either A, an overweight violation, or B, your securement violations. So these people do know what they're doing. Unsealed trailer, go ahead and open it up and check it out. I use straps. I put at least 2 on every load, because the last thing I want to do is run to a weigh station and have them handing me pink pieces of paper. Our channel is about providing timely solutions to issues in trucking. Topic-driven news, opinion, and information designed for today's truckers. If you like this video, please give me a like and leave a comment in the section below telling me what you liked about the video. To see more topic-driven videos, become a subscriber. Keep in touch as we share all that life has to offer. Before you leave, be sure and check out this video right here to get more information on truck tires. We're glad you tuned in today. Thanks for watching. While you're in the seat, keep the blue side up. And of course, while you're on the road, think of others. Your kindness may help lighten the load. Hey friends, till I turn the key again, please do your best and be happy. Stay safe.